Ah, okay. So the actual hello, hi. Yeah. Well, that started off weird because of using the pro. This is using a new program for my webcam, and before it that like did a 3, 2, 1 kind of beepy thing when I was counting into actually starting recording, and it just went beep and then started recording. And I go, wait, beep. Where's the rest of the beeps? Where are they? And then apparently it just started. So that's why I'm kind of messed up the beginning. But no, me, I don't take more than one take. Um, hi. You'll notice my hair has definitely grown longer since last week. Yes. Um, I had thought of stuff to say and then immediately forgot about it. So first of all, uh, I'm very sorry for last week. I did try and use Audacity for actually doing the voiceover, and when I had it all in my the editor thing, I'd got it completely synced up, 100% synced up, but apparently somehow the Adobe messed with the Audacity file and basically just chopped it up quite a bit, moved it about, and I didn't know. And because I only looked at it in because I only looked at it in the audio thing and really didn't want to, you got to do it again, even if it did go wrong. I would have just basically just scrapped it and not done anything, and that would have been terrible. The audio was terrible. Um, it I can honestly say when it was in the editor, it was 100% synced up. I had both. I had a word with a friend. He was going, well, why didn't you just use a thing before? Like he does a clap if he was doing something like that. And I I said, well, I had two audio tracks and I can sync them up perfectly if I have two audio. Um, but apparently, that's not enough. Apparently, when I was actually exporting as a clip, it actually moved the file. Yeah, physically moved the file instead of me doing it. Anyway, you'll notice that my bed has got a load of stuff on it, and that is because I have been cleaning up my entire room. Entire room is clear. If I take the webcam and show you down there, that used to be full up of junk, and now it has. Oh, hello there. It has completely cleared. It's completely gone. All that junk. Um, all the junk down there as well is completely gone. I filled up 5 bin bags. I had 5 bin bags. I can't remember where my camera is. That's why I go, ooh. But I had 5 bin bags full of junk just on my floor because I just hadn't cleared it up. My mind just goes, well, my floor's my bin. I'll get sorted Sunday. I'll do that tomorrow. It'll be fine. But I've left it too long. I had basically been leaving it too long. I had started just squishing dirt, squishing everything, and there's no. I've got to tidy up, and it's still not over. I spent the last 2 days almost constantly cleaning over. Okay, I kind of lie there. I spent about a day doing it. I spent half the day actually clearing up. This is very late because I have only actually realised it's Sunday. I genuinely thought it was Friday today because days have just gone whoa out my head and everything's just disappeared. So it is, what time is it? It's 2:26 a.m. Monday morning. Um, I'm very sorry. Uh, I also need to record a couple space program for tomorrow. I was meant to be recording a Minecraft modded, which I was doing for Thursday, but then the mod pack kept crashing, and I didn't like. And then the mod pack which works, I didn't like because it's in 1.6.4 instead of 1.7.10 mods. So I'm not going to do that. But I have a mod pack which I'm trying to make work. I have a mods. Oh, it's not mine, but I'm part of a mod server of 4 people now on Resident Rise, which I would like to go back on, but currently I'm got many projects doing. Um, I am currently looking at a modded KSP modded KSP. So I'm actually going through a KSP, Kerbal Space Program's KSP. If you don't know, going through a Kerbal Space Program modded series at the moment, just making sure everything works, tweaking the mod pack to make sure everything works, and I can actually physically record. I call it the big mod, the big mod pack, because at biggest it's got 87 mods. Now RSS, Realism Overhaul, which is a big mod pack, which many people in the Kerbal Space Program community know about. That contains, I think it was 67 mods. This one contains 87, and I'm just looking at mods which I'm basically looking to add more mods so that it actually runs, because it only runs for 5 minutes before it actually overcooks the processor for Kerbal Space Program. Kerbal Space Program only literally has about, according to Scott Manley, back in like 0.2 beta, I think it was back then. It only had about 2 RAM capability. And let me actually sit up a bit so I'm in the middle of the screen. There we go. It only has about 2 kilo RAM capability, and this definitely produces about 4 gigs RAM needing to run it. So it's not very stable. And I'm looking at ways to actually make it stable. I've got basically all the active text managements. So I've been going through a program called CKAN, Kerbal, whatever it is, that basically is just a mod library, which is very easy to find mods. And then I'm going to, when I'm done that, I'm going to look through the Kerbal curse thing. Anyway, this is also a vlog about my life as well, not about what I'm trying to do. So I want to make sure that everyone knows this. But as of Monday lunchtime, I have been officially diagnosed with dyslexia and dyspraxia. I'm taking it pretty lightly. I don't. A lot of people will be devastated with this, with the condition as I have, but I'm taking it lightly. I'm always on the bright side of life. But I've always known that I've had something wrong with me. But I'm just happy that I know what it is. I'm getting help. It hasn't officially started yet, because I've actually got to send the letter off. I've already sent the letter off. I'm just waiting for them to them being what's it called? Student Finance England, there to process the data and say, hey, this guy's got dyslexia and dyspraxia. He needs this stuff. Let's send it to him. And I hope that is apparently going to come at about August, which is a bit long. And also, after I do all this cleaning out, I've got a lot to clean out. I've got a lot to wash and a lot to do in my room. I've got to hoover the entire house, mop the floors and everything, because I'm the only person living here at the moment, which is why I'm also pretty loud. I'm not being too loud because I have got neighbours to look after. Not that I'm actually physically looking after, but I don't want to wake them up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, this is hard, but not as hard as most people would find it, because I kind of already have found these difficulties, and all I'm going to do is just find it easier from now onwards. The person who I was talking to, not they weren't the one who actually diagnosed me with it, but the person who was in charge of making sure that I am coping with university, said I was, quote, like a computer that doesn't start up properly. That is 100% what she said. She said that I'm like a computer that doesn't start up properly, and you have to keep rebooting every 5 minutes. It's not exactly like me, but definitely a fair representative. Because all you know is what is my knowledge of games and stuff, which is vast, and I'm talking as well. I'm not really writing and stuff. I'm writing is where I fall. So in university, you're writing a lot of stuff, and yeah, I'm kind of just fails on that sort of stuff. It's not my strongest point, writing and reading as well. I've got about 75% of the speeds normal people read at. Well, apparently normal people read at about 25 words a minute, a second or whatever. Whereas when normal people read 25 words, I read 18, which is significantly lower. And also, not only that I don't that I read that slow, my head then reads the first sentence. Goes, yeah, okay, I got a sentence. I need to process this sentence. Processing, processing, processing. Wait, you need to stop. Right, you need to stop reading. I don't know what you just read. It takes about a minute or so for me to process a sentence, and then basically my eyes are just carried on reading when I stopped actually processing what's going in my head, and I don't realize. Well, it took me a year to read The War of the Worlds. I have read it. I have actually read it. It's a very, very good book. A lot of people actually get at the movie, and I was saying, well, they didn't have much to go on. I watched a video about one of the worst movies that have been created. It wasn't Watch Mojo, which I have been religiously watching at the moment. Not only Watch Mojo, but I've been watching Kerbal Space Program by Scott Manley, the Interstellar Quest, which we aren't getting most of my KSP mods in my big mod pack. And that is where Watch Mojo is basically where most people will probably go, oh, you've watched a video on the 10 worst video movies? That's Watch Mojo, definitely. But no, it wasn't Watch Mojo. I can't remember who it was. It was one. It was a YouTube channel which I hadn't heard of before, and I can't remember what it was. And it's definitely more than 100 videos away, so I can't go in my history to find out. And yeah. Also, this probably, if you're not watching this as soon as it goes up, you'll probably be way too late. But I actually tried putting that stuff on eBay last week, this week. It's got a date. I literally just on my home screen. It's a white mess at the moment, because my camera doesn't pick it up properly, and I didn't know that until I showed you, and it's white. Yeah. But anyway. That was just home screen. I said, because I picked on my phone and go, why am I pinging on my phone? I know how long it's left. But yeah, it's got a day left. I got 2 items. One which people might actually genuinely be interested in, and one which you'd only come across if you just accidentally look at it. No one really watching, looking for it. I hope. One of the one which people genuinely interested in is a cheap pair of headphones. My old pair of headphones. These are new pairs-ish new. But I'm selling my old pair because I don't need them anymore. I won't use them. £5 on eBay. No one wants them. It's been there for 6 days. No one wants them. No one's searching for them. I'm just going. No one wants them because the USB port. I haven't actually got my headphones near me, way the other side of my bed. The USB port is slightly broken. It works perfectly well. It's an amazing pair of headphones. They've lasted me a year, probably. But I think I accidentally dropped my laptop on them, and the headphones slightly bent. No, the USB port is slightly bent. It's still fitting perfectly. It's like it's like a 10-degree bend in the USBs, but it still works perfectly. Still fits in. But apparently that might be, not what people want. That's really all I've been doing recently. I'm genuinely just thinking if I should, because I've been Minecon and stuff. I got a ton of useless stuff which I don't necessarily enjoy. Here's one of them, a Minecon badge. There you go. You can see it there. I don't wear badges. I don't like extra stuff on me. I don't wear stuff around my wrist. I hate stuff around my wrist. I don't like extra weight. I don't like extra weight on my front here. And yeah, I would never be using that. So I was genuinely thinking of selling it, but for now, I'm keeping it. I've also been looking at my official Minecon notepad thing where I got tons of signatures. I have to say, I don't think I showed you last week. If I did, then it's just a repeat. If I haven't, then best signature ever. Definitely best signature I've ever seen. OMG Chad. I'm annoyed about one thing though. I'm annoyed that I didn't get Wes Wilson's because Wes Wilson is currently the person who I really enjoy, because without knowing it, he has definitely helped me overcome my fear of people. Yes, I have a fear of people. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's my head's fault. I have a fear of new people. I don't like speaking to new people face to face. If I get to know them online, then I'm fine. But meet people face to face, then I'm really, really bad. I get afraid really easily, and that's me. I have a reason for it, and so do you. If you don't like that, but I'm fine with that. I'm blabbering now. I've definitely gone over my time, but I'm making up for the times where I accidentally missed my vlogs. One last thing before I log off is a little plea of help. How do you work this thing? I've got this game controller from Game. This is the second game controller which I've had. The first, definitely terrible. It didn't work, and I took it back. Game were really nice, and they said, well, just have this one, see if it works. I said, okay, take it back. It was free of charge and everything. They just swapped it out. Took it back, download, put the disc in. Oh, this disc actually works. The other disc didn't do anything, just sat there doing nothing. Even though I was basically following the same instructions. Installing the driver and stuff. And connected all up. I can see it work in the command control panel. Log on to see nothing. Absolutely nothing. No movement of the mouse. I don't even know what it actually looks like if it works, because I haven't got it working. But anyway, that's my little rant. I'll probably see you next week if all goes well. KSP will be tomorrow because there's actually accidentally a day late. I'm sorry for that. In the meantime, goodbye.